disgusting fan base trash their organization is. It's because of the fans! It's because of the fans, man!
Let's get it going!
What is going on, world? Welcome to another edition of the Ravi and Ray podcast. We have a very special episode tonight. Tonight is a night, some could say, of celebration. Tonight could be a night of sadness. Tonight could be a night of many things. I would just like to announce there has been breaking news, as many people will know or have known for a couple days now, or I guess yesterday. Bill Belichick and the Patriots have mutually parted ways. Look, man, I before Robbie, I would like for you to get the last word on this, but before you do, I would just like to say, first and foremost, that I would like to take back what I had said of him not being the GOAT. I think him and Tom, look, man, you can't be the GOAT without a Hall of Fame quarterback. You just can't. And I do believe in my heart that Bill Belichick can win another Super Bowl if he chooses the correct team that he can go to. I really am going to miss the battles. I'm going to miss the chess match between not just forget about the Ravens. Every football team he went up against. It was literally a game of chess. Every day this man would sit down 16, 17, however many weeks the NFL wants to continuously throw at us for what doesn't matter. He sat down against opposing coaches, opposing GMs, opposing owners, and beat him in chess every single time. He's the greatest head coach of our generation. Mm-hmm. He's the greatest head coach of all time. And he is 15 wins away from beating Don Shula for that. And I honestly hope, and I'm not even joking here, man, I really hope, if you don't believe in a thing upstairs, doesn't matter. I hope and pray that this guy absolutely beats it. Because you know what, dude? He deserves it. Mm-hmm. And, I know that he's meant a lot to you, Ravi. Just like how I know that Tom has meant a lot to you as well. But this isn't about Tom. This is about the GOAT. And honestly, man, it's really sad for me to... I know some people may think that this is a thing of celebration. For me, it's not. I don't want to see him in another uniform. This is how I didn't want to see Tom in another uniform. I don't want to see him in that nasty Bucks color. I don't want to see Bill Belichick in any other color. I can only see him in the Patriot color.
The cutout sleeves.
Forever without sleeves and with the hoodie on. That's all I can see him, dude. And he will always be a Patriot, no matter what. But I'm sad. And I would love for you to take over, Rob. I mean, I'm sad. I don't care what anybody has to say, dude. I'm sad about it. I mean, it sucks, dude. It sucks to let somebody go. It's like saying somebody who's dominated in X, Y, and Z sport. You may hate the guy, you may not like the guy, but you know what, dude? At the end of the day, you got to respect him. And I do respect this man a lot. And I think it's a day of sadness. I don't think it's a day of celebration, but I would love for you to take over, Rob. What has Bill Belichick meant to you, man?
It's a day of sadness because the greatest head coach of all time left the Patriots, but it's also a day of celebration to celebrate this guy that has dedicated his entire life, dropped his entire life for football, and not just for football, but for the New England Patriots. He gave every single thing he had to this organization. And I just want to say Those are really very strong words from you, Ray, and I was not expecting that. What I love about this podcast is that we don't discuss what we're going to talk about. We just dive right into it. And you seem to surprise me all the time, and this is one of the times you surprised me again, saying that he is the greatest head coach. And I appreciate that a lot because Dan Shula is one hell of a coach. Everybody knows that, but Bill Belichick to do what he did, and as the GM, whether he was a horrible GM, a good GM with late round picks, whatever it is, he did it in the salary cap era. He did it in the free agency era. I do think Bill Belichick should go down as the greatest coach to ever do it. And I think a lot of people are starting to see that now. And for many, many years, Ray, people hated this guy. The media hated this guy. The entire fan bases hated this guy. He was the villain, and he embraced all of it. He embraced every single bit of it. He was like, okay, I'll be the villain if that's going to lead me to 6 Super Bowl wins, if that's going to lead me to 10 AFC titles, countless division titles, dominated the division for almost his entire 24-year tenure with the New England Patriots. Um, but just like any player, just like any coach, just like anybody, your time will come. And the National Football League does not wait for anybody. Bill Belichick's time came, and now it's Gerard Mayo's time.
Robbie, man, I got to be honest with you, dude. One of my greatest memories of Bill Belichick, was, I would say, actually, to be honest with you, one of the most dominant memories I have of Bill Belichick. I mean, I can go way back, whatever, but the most dominant victory I've ever seen him do, it was beautiful, man. Was probably in that Super Bowl against the Rams. I mean, let's be honest here. That Rams team was no joke.
Mm-hmm.
That they were saying it's one of the greatest shows on turf, right?
Mm-hmm.
With Jared Goff, Todd Gurley, and for him to master it was man, it's like, I know people, I'm going to throw out a boxer. I know people don't like this guy, but it's like Floyd Mayweather dodging punches.
Mm-hmm.
You just got to sit back and just be like, wow, like, that's beautiful. Like, damn, you couldn't get it any better than that. I mean, no matter what that offense swung at you guys, it didn't even matter. He was not just one step ahead. He was like 3 steps ahead. Like I said in chess, like, he knew what was coming at him. He knew once Sean McVay, they lined up in that offense and they knew what formations he just knew it. He just said, I got it. No problem. We're going to do this. They do this. We do this. They check here. We do this.
Mm-hmm.
It was wonderful, man. Do you have any, I mean, I know you have a lot of memories, Rav. I know you're going to have a lot of memories of Bill Belichick, but you have any awesome memories that you have of him? As a Patriot?
There's 2 that come to mind. There was one, oh man, it was many, 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 many years ago. It was the snow game when we faced the Tennessee Titans. And I think we beat them like 63-0. The smile on that guy's face was from ear to ear. That's what he wanted every single game. It's never possible to have that every single game, but that's what he wanted every single game. And another memory that comes to mind when I think about Bill Belichick, and I'm sure this comes into mind maybe from his next team that he's going to be coaching for, when we played the Atlanta Falcons in the Super Bowl. Just to see the excitement of pure joy coming down from 28-3, from the guys starting to do their job. The excitement that came after the win, the big smile that he had. He didn't smile much, but when he smiled, it meant something good. It meant something strong. I'll have great.
It really did.
This guy, and I know everybody said our dynasty ended when Tom left, and it did. We were never the same after Tom left, obviously, and still aren't. But I think the dynasty has ended today because there's no Tom without Bill. There's no Bill without Tom, and I truly firmly believe that.
And in the words of Bill Belichick, we're moving on to Cleveland. You remember that? Was it Cincinnati or was it Cleveland?
It was
It was
Cincinnati.
Cleveland, right?
No,
Oh,
Cincinnati.
we're moving on to Cincinnati. I butchered that. I wish we could edit that and I could say Cincinnati. I was gonna do this where we just move on to our next question. I butchered it. Ladies and gentlemen, I absolutely butchered it. I apologize to our fan base, dude. I butchered. That's my fault. Damn it. I freaking moved. Damn it. Sorry, Rob.
It's all
I had
good,
one
man.
job to say move on to Cincinnati. But I gotta ask you, my friend. Look, honestly, dude, that was awesome, man. That was really cool what we about Bill Belichick and his legacy and everything like that that was there. Like you said, it's a new era. Hey, it's a new era. And Gerard Mayo, a day after, of this, whatever you would like to call it, day of happiness, day of sadness, both. The Patriots said, hey, we're going to hire this man who's 37 years old. He is the youngest head coach in the NFL as of today, Gerard Mayo. I would like to ask you your feelings on this, Rob, but also I would like to ask you, is this a good move or is this a bad move? Knowing that Jim Harbaugh, obviously you have to minus Coach Belichick, Jim Harbaugh, Pete Carroll, Dan Quinn, other coaches could have interviewed for this job. Yeah. But Gerard Mayo, do you think that this is a good move or a bad move? And also, I would love for you to kind of go into some depth on, about Gerard Mayo in a sense.
Absolutely. First of all, for those who don't know who Gerard Mayo is a Super Bowl champion with the Patriots. Gerard Mayo was drafted in the first round, 10th overall pick with the New England Patriots. He's a NFL defense all-rookie, first-team all-pro, two-time Pro Bowler, 800 career tackles, 11 sacks, and his entire time he played with the New England Patriots. He never played for any other team except the New England Patriots. We brought him on to our staffing in 2019. He subcalls plays with Bill Belichick's son, Steve Belichick. Gerard Mayo is our interior linebacker coach. Steve Belichick is our safeties coach. They're both kind of our co-defensive coordinators with each other. For those who might not know, in Gerard Mayo's contract when he was hired, not when he was hired, in his newer contract, it was enclosed in there that he is the successor to Bill Belichick. Bill Belichick has been prepping this guy from within to take over for the New England Patriots. At first, we tried that with Josh McDaniels. Then he left to Denver. Then we tried it again. He went to Indy. Then he said, no, Indy, I'm going to stay in New England. Then he went to the Raiders. Josh McDaniels lost his turn to be the coach of the New England Patriots, and I'm so thankful he did with his track record now. And I'm so thankful that Bill Belichick has been prepping this guy. I am ecstatic for Gerard Mayo. Our defense, right, the last few years without Brady, it's safe to say New England Patriots have not been the same and probably will never be the same, right? But one thing that has never gone away is our scout defense. And that is to credit Gerard Mayo and to Steve Belichick. I think Steve Belichick is going to be our defensive coordinator. He's going to take over that full role with Gerard Mayo gone now, unless he goes with his dad. Obviously, that's a very big option on the table for him. Wherever Bill,
two of his sons, Billy B has two of his sons there on staff.
Yeah, Steve's a little bit more into it. He's the older son.
That's true.
Yeah. So, but I think we need to get Josh McDaniels as the offensive coordinator. I honestly do. I think he needs to come back in-house. I think Dave Ziegler needs to come back in-house. And I think we want to keep everything in-house. I would love to see Mike Vrabel join our defense somehow, or as an assistant coach. I know that won't happen. He's too good of a head coach to join as a sub. But I don't think that'll happen. But I would love to see that. But I am really excited for the Gerard Mayo era in New England. And with the Gerard Mayo era, I don't know. I think we are going to get a young quarterback. I think we are about to go in full rebuild mode. I honestly do.
Ravi, I think this is I think I think this is where you and I are gonna part ways. I think this is where you and I are gonna disagree here.
Mhm.
I don't like the hiring of Gerard Mayo
Mhm.
at all. I don't. Here is my reasoning as to why.
Mhm.
Um, I'm not gonna sit here and say Gerard Mayo can't be the next great head coach. We don't know. I mean, we're gonna find out. I mean, we
Mhm.
definitely are gonna find out. Give him the opportunity, give him the chance. I appreciate that and I understand that. Coming from Robert Kraft, I
Mhm.
definitely do. He's been under Bill Belichick. He knows Bill Belichick. He knows he's a part of his coaching tree. But I've seen it many, many times of Bill Belichick's coaching tree. They just can't do it like him.
Mhm.
And I don't know what Gerard Mayo's vision is. I don't know what his vision is for this football team for the future. I would have, if I was me, if I was Robert Kraft, I would have given Jim Harbaugh, Pete Carroll, at least an interview to see a possible interview to see if they, even if they said no, we don't want to come here or whatever, somebody just to kind of see what your options are.
Mhm.
I'm not saying Gerard Mayo is going to be a bad head coach. I'm not saying that at all. He might be the greatest head coach, even better than Bill Belichick. Damn it, for all I know. But
Mhm.
I just think I'm just not sold. If we're talking about a guy in Gerard Mayo, like, are you? It's tough, man, because it's like you guys need a quarterback, right?
Mhm.
Well, if you guys got Gerard Mayo, that basically shows me you don't want anything to do with a running quarterback, a guy who can move his legs. You want a traditional Tom Brady. You already had that in Mac Jones. You might as well just keep Mac Jones. It
Can
doesn't
I
make
ask
sense.
why? Can I ask why? Why does the Gerard Mayo mean we need a traditional quarterback?
I feel because Gerard Mayo is a part of that Bill Belichick tree. He's a part of that old school mindset that Bill
Mhm.
Belichick is installed. I'm not saying Bill Belichick is super old school. I mean, obviously he had to get with the times, right? But
Yeah.
I just feel like he's just a part of that coaching tree, and we've seen it. Outside of Vrabel was never really a part of the coaching staff. He was a player who played for Bill Belichick. He was never in the coaching staff.
Mhm.
And that they're from everybody, dude. Josh McDaniels, X, Y, and Z, dude, they've all failed. And I kind of just don't have any faith in Gerard Mayo. I don't. I think you guys made a bad move here.
Mhm.
I think you guys should have hired Jim Harbaugh, or you guys should have at least tried to get Pete Carroll, somebody of that magnitude to come in here and change. But once again, here's where it gets even more crazier for me and my brain.
Mhm.
Gerard Mayo has a vision, but you guys haven't even hired a GM.
No.
I don't even know your GM's vision. See,
Yeah.
here's this is where it's going to get very, very complicated. And maybe in my brain, I don't know about. I would love to hear your rebuttal, but I don't even know what your GM's going to think. Like,
Mhm.
like if Gerard Mayo, I'm already saying Gerard Mayo wants a traditional stand in the pocket quarterback. What if your GM doesn't? What if because the GM's going to oversee and overpower Gerard Mayo's vision on
Yeah.
what he wants. And I would love to sit down with Gerard Mayo and just ask him what his vision for this football team is. I know one thing for sure, and you've already said it already. That defense is going to be top 5 in the NFL, hands down. Not even a worry about it.
Mhm.
What I'm worried about is your offense. What I'm worried about is the offense in terms of is it gonna are you guys gonna get with the times? Like I'm not gonna even mention the Ravens quarterback. I'm not even going to mention him. Are you going to get with the times? Are you going to get with a quarterback that's going to be, hey, I can throw the ball, but I can also run it? Or are you going to be with a guy that's going to just be a traditional stand in the pocket quarterback?
Mhm.
I would love for your rebuttal, sir. I really, really would. Um, I like I said, man, I just think you guys should have just at least tried to. Maybe Robert Kraft already knew. Hey, maybe he already knew that Jim Harbaugh don't want to come here.
Mhm.
Maybe he already knew it, dude. And NFL's 10 times ahead of us anyways
Yeah.
of these things, of these connections. But What do you think, Rob? What do you think about everything I had to say? Like, what would be your rebuttal?
I think Jim Harbaugh would not go to the New England Patriots, to be very honest with you. I think he wants to go somewhere where he has an established quarterback. I don't know if you know this, but he is in love with Justin Herbert. He thinks that Justin Herbert could be the best quarterback in the league. I think the LA Chargers is where he wants to go, and I think his second option is Vegas. And even if that, then I think his third option might be the New England Patriots, and we're so far behind, also. And I think Gerard Mayo will get with the times. We're comparing a coach in Bill Belichick who's 72 years old to a new young head coach who's 37 years old. That's about, almost a 40-year age gap in between. I think Gerard Mayo will get with the times. We're going to probably clean house on the staff. There's a good chance that Steve Belichick might not be there. He might go with his dad. Bill O'Brien needs to get fired. For the love of God, he needs to be off of that team. Nowhere, no quarterback coach, nothing. He needs to be out of the New England Patriots. I hate Bill O'Brien. I've always hated Bill O'Brien, and it's just how it is. When you try to fill in shoes for the greatest of all time, there's only one way to go, and it's not up. It's always going to be down. Gerard Mayo's 99.9% not going to be a 6-time Super Bowl champion, a 5-time Super Bowl champion, a 4-time Super Bowl champion. There's only certain amount of coaches that can get to that level. And we're gonna go get into that, Ray. It's a few slides ahead. I'm gonna come back to this question that you asked me because I have something for you on the tendency of how long coaches are in the NFL and how often they get changed out. So if you can bear with me, I will come back to you on that topic because I'm feeling it too, to be honest with you. And the next one that we're going to be moving on to is Nick Saban, Ray. You got to take the field. Nick Saban, you're the college guy, man. You're going to have to tell me how it is. The greatest college head coach of all time, or what, Ray? How sad are you to see Nick Saban go? Do you think the Washington Huskies coach will be the next head coach of Alabama? But before anything, I just want to give the floor to you and just let you talk about Nick Saban for a little bit.
Yeah, it is another sad day. Look, man, Nick Saban, dude, like it is, man. Pete Carroll, Nick Saban, Bill Belichick, these guys. I don't think you guys, for those who don't understand, I know it's hard to even put into words, man, because you don't dude. When we were like kids, these guys were head coaches, man. When we were little, bro. Like when we were kids, like we grew up with these guys. Like, okay, yes, we weren't there when they were officially head coaches, obviously, but like when Bill Belichick was first the New England head coach, dude, I don't even think I was even understanding what football even was, to be honest. But as I got older and understood, he was there. Same with Nick Saban, dude. He was there.
Mm-hmm.
Like Alabama is nothing without Nick Saban.
Nope.
He ain't shit without Nick Saban, dude. Mm-hmm. Nick Saban, man, dude, he's the greatest college head coach of all fucking time.
Yeah.
It just is, man. It's the same with Bill Belichick, man, and it's like super sad. And I know people might want to celebrate. They want to be like extra. I don't give a shit what anybody says. There is no celebration, dude. It's kind of like when you see, look, man, when you see guys like from a different sport, it doesn't even matter who they are. When they retire, you may have hated them your whole life. Let's go to, I just used an example. Let's say wrestling. Let's say you hated The Rock, right? You didn't like Dwayne Johnson. Or you hated Steve. I wouldn't even use The Rock. Let's say you hated Stone Cold Steve Austin. But you fucking loved watching him. Mm-hmm. You tune into him. Mm-hmm. You tune into him every night. So when Nick Saban played a good football team, Dude, even if I didn't even watch college, which I didn't really back in the day, I'd still tune in. Dude, they would hype the game up. Oh, Nick Saban versus X, Y, and Z, and then Alabama would destroy them. You know, and it's sad, dude. It's just sad to see guys like this go because they've been with our childhood for so long, man.
Yeah.
I'm 30 years old and I watched this guy freaking since I was like 8 years old, since I really started 7, 8, since I really fully started grasping like, oh, these are the rules. This is what's going on. This is what a salary cap is. This is X, Y,
Yeah.
and Z. You know, like it's sad, man. It's sad. And it's like, you know, and now I've been hearing there's breaking news that the Washington Huskies head coach is now going to be the head coach of the Alabama Crimson Tide. What?
He interviewed for it. They're talking about it right
Oh
now.
my God! What a horrible move. I'm sorry, Rob. What a
Yeah.
horrible move. Look, man, there's other. This is, dude. When it comes to coaching, when it comes to organizations, the guy just retired, dude. He just announced his retirement, right? Like, I don't know if Nick Saban already told the Alabama Crimson Tide, just, hey, man, I'm going to retire. And they just made a decision just like that.
Yeah.
But it's the same thing with the Patriots. I really think you should sit down, embrace what happened, mourn. It's okay to mourn. It's okay to be emotional. It's okay to be sad about things. But then once that passes and once that moves, you have time to reflect and you have time to really think, hey, what is best for this organization? What is best for this program? In this case, in Alabama, what is this best for this program moving forward? I think the Washington guy, look, man, he had a hell of a good season with in Washington. He had a damn good quarterback in Penix, but college is moving on to a different direction. You know, it's not the same how it was when Nick Saban was back in the day. You know, Nick Saban has already stated, and I'm sorry, Rob, I know I'm taking a lot of time.
No,
I
you're good.
apologize, but
You're good. Love
for
it.
those who don't know, there's a thing called NIL money, right? So here's what Nick Saban didn't like about NIL money. Nick Saban is for player. I just want to make sure because I'm kind of just, he's for the players getting paid, but what he is not for is if I'm a wide receiver, Rob, and I'm getting paid, let's say $50,000, but you're the quarterback, Rob, and you're getting paid $5 million. He don't like that.
Yeah.
He does not like that, and I can respect that.
I can too.
He had a player. This is true. This is according all on ESPN, all that shit. They literally said, hey, we got a guy for you. You got to pay him NIL money. He will be here in Alabama. He said, fuck that kid. Screw that guy. I don't want him on my football team. And he said that if he got that player, I guarantee you they all said they would have won the national championship. I don't know who that player is to this day. I don't know. But that just goes to show you he does not give a shit about the money, which I know some players will care about. He just cares about the play. He cares about being fair. But like I said, it's a pill to swallow sometimes because you're like, well, that's how the NFL is. You know, you got rookies, right, and rookie deals. Guys in the practice squad, they ain't making shit. Then you got guys like Patrick Mahomes or Lamar, whatever. They're making all these millions of dollars. So it's kind of like it's going to be like that. But for college for many years, man, you got to understand it was never like that. He's an old school guy. He doesn't care about that stuff. And honestly, man, college is going in a different direction. There's no more the 4-team playoff. College football is no more 4 teams no more. I think it's like 8 teams now, which is way better. It's going to be way better because you're going to have teams that are always trying to be like, dude, we should have gotten in. You know, now they can get in, right, and see if they were for real. But college football is going this way. Nick Saban was always right here, and he's partying. He's just retiring. He doesn't want to do it no more. Do I still believe that he wants to coach? I still believe that. I will always believe that. I still think he has a lot of fire left in him. They had shown on Instagram. I had seen the pregame speech he did. Man, if you watch that, video of him just at halftime speech at halftime. I'm telling you right now, I would have ran through a wall. I would have died for that guy on the fucking field. I guarantee you I would have. Yep. I'm 30 years old. I guarantee you I can't move. I know for a fact I can't move how I used to when I was 16 or 17 or 18. I'd break every bone in my body, no problem. After hearing that speech, I would do it. I'd be like, okay, I'm going to the hospital. I'm good with it though. I'm fine. I'll be good. Both my ACLs are gone, but okay, I did it. I did my hardest. I tried my hardest for that guy. And it's sad, man. It's just a sad day. Once again, Ravi, I'm really sorry for taking up a lot of time. But yeah, man. I mean, like I said, it's an emotional day. It's an emotional time.
Yeah.
But I'd love to get your perspective, Rob. I'd love to hear what you got to say.
Yeah,
Once again, I am sorry for taking up a lot of time.
No, that was great. That was fantastic, honestly. I mean, there's no guarantee that Bill Belichick comes back to coaching. He could retire. Bill Belichick was to retire and Nick Saban's to retire all in one season, Ray. After we grew up watching these coaches dominate week after week after week in the NFL and in their college in their respective areas. And these were always the two guys to beat. And there was also one other old guy. Ray, I don't know if Pete Carroll should have been let go. I want to hear your thoughts on this. Pete Carroll was also let go by the Seattle Seahawks. Personally, I think that this is more of a shocker than Bill Belichick getting fired, to be honest, or mutually parting ways, whatever. I don't think Pete Carroll was a bad coach at all. Pete Carroll went down to week 18, won his game. Things didn't go right. That's why he didn't make the playoffs, but he almost got the Seattle Seahawks into the playoffs with Geno Smith. Let's not forget, Geno Smith, his own locker room teammate, punched him in the mouth. Nobody liked this guy for a minute. He was a huge bust from the Jets. He rebuilt his career. He made Russell Wilson. He made Geno Smith. Without Pete Carroll, is Russell Wilson a Super Bowl champion? Likely not. Is Geno Smith, is his rejuvenated career and his comeback player of the year award, would that have been given to him? Probably not. Pete Carroll was a fantastic coach also. And when we first migrated to this country, we lived in Seattle. Seattle's always been close to my heart. And I've seen Seattle Seahawks. I've always quietly admired them, I would say, just because it truly was my hometown. And I always watched the Seattle Seahawks, from Matt Hasselbeck days, to the Sidney Rice days. I miss those days with the Seattle Seahawks, and Pete's been through it all. Pete meant a lot to that organization, to that fan base, to the players. Ray, I think this was probably a bigger shocker than the Bill Belichick move.
Yeah, Rob, dude, I agree 1,000. Man, that was beautiful what you said. And honestly, dude, I don't understand why. He's already came out and said to the public, dude, I still want to coach. Man, Rob, you should see, I know people see it on Instagram or all over. Dude, he's 72 years old.
Yeah.
And he's throwing the football and he's running around like a 18-year-old kid, like a child.
Crazy. It's crazy.
And it just shows the passion and the love he has for this game. How could you let that go?
Mm-hmm.
I don't understand. I don't get it.
Yeah.
It's the same thing with Bill Belichick. I mean, Bill doesn't, you're not going to see Bill go out there running like Pete Carroll is and going all crazy and all that shit, whatever, on the field and throwing footballs to his players or whatever and X, Y, and Z. But these guys got so much passion for the game, man. People don't understand, dude. These guys have probably missed child's birthdays. They have missed everything, dude, because they love this game so much.
Mm-hmm.
And it's sad. It's a sad day. I don't give a damn what anybody says. It's a sad fucking day. And it sucks. And I have a lot of appreciation for Coach Carroll. I do, man. And it's he deserves to go to a place. Him, Bill Belichick, if Saban comes back, I don't think he is going to come back. But if he does decide to, these guys deserve somewhere where they can just end their career, but everyone just knows that, hey man, this is their last ride, and just be loved.
Yeah.
No matter what happens, dude. Thick and thin, it doesn't matter. Just let these guys have their time and let them retire happy, with or without a Super Bowl. And I think it's just sad, man. I don't understand why the Seahawks let him go. Like you said, Rob, they are having everybody counting him out. Shit. What, last year? This year? Maybe this year they said, oh, well, no, not this year, but definitely last year.
Oh, yeah.
I thought Seattle would have been a top 5 team in the draft. Like top 5 picks in the draft. Agree. I mean, I thought they were that shitty, but that's how brilliant and good of a head coach he is. Do you see what I mean? And I know you were going to come back to the Gerard Mayo thing later on, like you said, but this is what I'm talking about, Rob. These guys have proven that they can, whatever the media thinks, whatever we think, that, hey, this team's going to be a shit-ass team. These guys understand they breathe, live, and shit football, and they can turn around a franchise. That is the reason why I was so emotional when it came to just like, I feel that the New England Patriots should have waited. Like things like that. You know what I'm saying? Like I feel like they should have waited and just instead of just saying, okay, we're just gonna give this guy the job. Let the emotions go. Let that bypass, reflect, and then make a decision.
Yeah.
And I still stand by it, man. And like I said, man, I know people want to say it's in a day of everything, but I think it's a day of sadness, and I'm sad. I'll be honest with you, I'm pretty sad, and it sucks. It sucks, and I know I'm gonna have to see. It sucks. It's like losing. It's like when you lost Tom Brady. It's like when I lost Ray Lewis to the game. Ed Reed. It's sad. This shit sucks. It's not fun. John Harbaugh. I know John's been our head coach for fucking 16 years, something like that. Bro, his time's coming too, man. Everybody's time's got to go. But it's just sad, It's just a sad thing, and but I wish nothing but Coach Carroll, nothing hit for him and his family, dude. I wish Bill Belichick and his family, all the guys, dude. It don't even matter if they're even a part of the coaching staff or not. Any coach that's been a coach, this is the hardest job in America, dude. I don't give a damn. You could say the president of the United States is the hardest job. Bro, this is the hardest job in America because you got a city behind your back. You got fans that look up to you. You got a city that is looking at you all the time. The media is on your ass all the time. Being a head coach is seriously the hardest job in America.
Yeah, absolutely. And we have so much coaching vacancies to go to, Ray.
Hell yeah.
We can even call this a coaching carousel, to be honest with you. But before we get into that, this is what I wanted to tell you. This is the longest tenured head coaches in the NFL currently. Do you see who's tied for 9th all the way at the bottom? That's 2020. That means there are about 22 head coaches right now that have started 2021 and beyond. It is really, really hard to find a head coach. Mike Tomlin, John Harbaugh, Andy Reid, Sean McDermott, Sean McVay, Kyle Shanahan, Jack Taylor. Those guys are not going anywhere, right? Matt LaFleur, likely not going anywhere right now. Kevin Stefanski, he did a phenomenal job. Mike McCarthy, always on the hot seat. Coaches keep getting changed, and that's just how it is. It's really, really hard to find a good coach. And, teams on the left of this chart, they're very lucky to. But I got to ask you, we have 7 coaching vacancies still in the NFL right now, Ray. Let's just go through each teams real quick, and you just tell me who would be the best fit coach for this team, okay? Let's start it off with the LA Chargers on the very first one. For me, I would say Jim Harbaugh. They need to go out and do whatever they can to get Jim Harbaugh this job. He loves Justin Herbert. I know he'll love the LA Chargers. Maybe he can bring a Super Bowl Lombardi finally to LA Chargers fans who,
Yeah.
there's not very much of them. But I got to ask you, who do you think would be a good fit in LA?
So you're saying Harbaugh, right?
I think Harbaugh. I mean, you can agree with me. You don't have to go opposite all the time.
I like Harbaugh. I like Harbaugh there a lot. I like Harbaugh, but there's a part of me. Yeah, dude, I like Harbaugh there a lot. Damn.
Yeah.
I'm not trying to disagree with you because I'm trying to disagree in a sense. I like Harbaugh.
Yeah.
I like Harbaugh. Or in the Chargers, dude. For the Chargers out there listening, you got this opportunity right here in your freaking hands. If
Yeah.
you blow this shit, bro. If you blow this, oh my god. Please don't.
Yeah.
Harbaugh.
Tennessee Titans. I think they really need an offensive coordinator right now, Ray.
Yeah.
I think they need to lean a little bit more towards the offensive side of that football because that offense outside of Derrick Henry has been pretty trash, honestly. I think they need to get some kind of young coordinator. I look at guys like maybe even though he's not young, but the Ravens coordinator, I think he would be, a great fit over there. I think. I mean, I gotta refer this question over to you. Like, who do you see the Tennessee Titans? Where do you see them fitting in a head coach at?
Because of the Tennessee Titan culture. Look, man, let's be honest here. Who are the Tennessee Titans? What is their culture, right? Their culture is hard defense and a damn good running game. Dan Quinn fits the bill to me.
Ooh, I like that.
Dan Quinn fits the fucking bill to be a Tennessee Titan. Tell me that doesn't sound hella sexy, dude.
Yeah. You know what? I'm a piggyback off you. I think that's a great and phenomenal pick. I think you would do a tremendous job over there. Next up, I almost said the LA Chargers, the Las Vegas Raiders. Whoever the head coach will be, they're just set up for failure because this is a poverty organization. But I think Antonio Pierce should be the head coach. I think they need to pick Antonio Pierce over Jim Harbaugh because I think a lot of those guys in-house will be really frustrated if they don't keep Antonio Pierce. And they're going to maybe take it off on Jim Harbaugh. So I think they need to keep Antonio Pierce as the head coach.
This is a really hard one for me because I believe, and I think Raider fans feel the same way. I think they do. I think that they want Antonio Pierce to be their head coach. I really do. I really believe that the Raider fan base believes that. But then there's also something, dude, if they get Bill Belichick or Jim Harbaugh or even Pete Carroll,
I don't think
you got it.
I don't, because what happened with Josh McDaniels, sorry to cut you off, just because what happened with Josh McDaniels, I don't think they are ready for the Patriot way, and I think a lot of those players will run out the door. I would be shocked to see Bill Belichick go to the Raiders, honestly.
I'm sorry, I don't mean for this to kind of turn in a different direction. May I just talk about Coach McDaniels for a second?
Let's do it.
Coach McDaniels is a fucking terrible head coach. He is not a leader of men. Mm-hmm. That is factual. That is nothing but facts. There are certain individuals in this world who are leaders of men, and he is not one of them. Mm-hmm. He went to Denver. He failed. He was going to go to Indianapolis. Didn't even hop on the plane. Failed. Tom, even as an offensive coordinator, I'm sorry, Ravi. I just don't see it the way you see it. Tom, it's hard to give him all the credit. Not Tom. it's hard to give Coach McDaniels all the credit because of Tom's genius, his cerebral intelligence of the game
Yeah.
was unparalleled to any other quarterback I've ever seen aside from Peyton.
Yeah.
I'd even throw Drew Brees in there as well. I got to throw Drew Brees in there. But damn, dude, he is a shitty ass coach. And I know that you say, oh, I want him back as my offensive coordinator. I throw my hands up in the air. I say, why? 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 What is so great about Josh McDaniels? What is so great about him? I don't get it. I don't understand. I really, sir, I would love for you to tell me or explain to the fan base, especially to New England. I'm not trying to bounce off the topic. But I really would love for you to explain to me, man, like, what is so great about Josh McDaniels? I think he's terrible.
Yeah.
He's shitty, dude. He fucked up the whole Raider organization. He screwed up the whole organization for Indianapolis. He didn't even go there, and he already screwed him up. And then he already screwed up Denver. Like, yes, he had success in New England, but look who he was with, man. I get it. 1 year with Mac Jones. You got 1 year with Mac Jones. But Mac Jones had a top, not 5, not 3. He had the best defense, in my opinion, in the NFL. He had a damn good running game, too, that you guys could rely on. That offensive line was elite. That defense was elite. And they carried Mac Jones. Remember, for those who don't remember in his rookie year, when you guys went into Buffalo, how many times did he throw that ball? You remember, Rob?
3.
Exactly. How the fuck is Josh McDaniels a good offensive coordinator when that guy threw the ball for 3 freaking times in a football game? Coach Bell, dude, I'm telling you, Rob, I really would love your perspective, sir. Maybe you can change my mind. Maybe I'm just an old fart and just a freaking just one of those kind of guys that just like, just won't get it through. But can you please explain to me why you would want Coach McDaniels back in New England and why you think he's a good offensive coordinator? Not head coach, but offensive coordinator.
First of all, I have no idea where this Josh McDaniels topic came from, but I think it goes back to farther than that. I think it also goes back to, who did Tom have before Josh McDaniels and who did Tom have after Josh McDaniels? I think that with Josh McDaniels, when he left to Denver, we had Bill O'Brien over there, and Bill O'Brien did a terrible job. We really badly needed McDaniels back. When McDaniels came back, as soon as he came back, Tom Brady was playing the best football ever. Tom Brady had one of his worst years when Bill O'Brien was his offensive coordinator on the field. And then you fast forward, he had, he got fired from Denver, but he won. He started off 6-0. He won a playoff game with Tim Tebow. Tim Tebow, the guy who doesn't show up until there's like 3 minutes left in the fourth quarter. The guy who just takes a knee, drops a prey, and throws a dime and beats Pittsburgh in a wild card playoff game. It goes to that. Then it goes to Mac Jones. Mac Jones, the only year that Josh McDaniels was there, that was Mac Jones by far his best year. And after that, as soon as Josh McDaniels left, it plummeted. You went back to that Buffalo game, that was actually his second year. I don't believe that was his rookie year that he played that, so that was not Josh McDaniels. I think Josh McDaniels is a good offensive coordinator, but I will go back to what you said. I don't think Josh McDaniels is a good leader of men to be a head coach. I think good offensive coordinator, not a good head coach, and there are guys like that in the NFL, and I think Josh McDaniels is one of those guys.
Yeah, and I apologize, man. I didn't mean to go off on a rant on Josh McDaniels. I know we're talking about the coaching carousel for the Las Vegas Raiders. I think you're going to see Jim Harbaugh there. I think you're going to see Jim Harbaugh. I still will say Coach Belichick. Look, man, the Raiders organization's been been around for a very long time. Dude, let's be honest here. They got a lot of history there, and I think Bill's intrigued by that. I think Bill loves history, and he's a student, always will be a student of the game. And I think I can also see Pete Carroll there.
Yeah,
I could also see Pete Carroll there. And those are the three guys, dude. The Raiders, once again, you got an opportunity. Don't fuck it up. You got an opportunity, man, right here, dude. Right now to change your organization. Right now to do something special. You have an opportunity. Don't F it up. And I'm sorry about Antonio Pierce, but he's not the guy right now. He's not the guy right now.
Yeah.
Those three individuals I just mentioned are it right now to change you guys, to get you guys to that playoffs, to the Super Bowl. Fuck the playoffs, to get you to the Super Bowl. Right now, dude, is the time. Pierce will not get you there right now. I'm not saying he might. Maybe I might eat my words. He might prove me wrong. But I'm sorry. Those all three individuals, they have shown me time and time again that they can transform an organization. So I'm going to say that those three individuals should go to the Las Vegas Raiders.
Mm-hmm. I agree with you. Next up, man, we got the Seattle Seahawks. I already know my pick for this one. I think the Seattle Seahawks are a win now team, and there's a win now head coach that's now available. I think Bill Belichick needs to go to the Seattle Seahawks. I think that's the best fit for him. Great defense, a good enough quarterback that you're familiar with and you studied because you used to play in your division. You got DK Metcalf. You don't even need to go draft receivers. You have 3 great receivers. You don't even need to look for a receiver, and which is definitely his kryptonite. I think Bill Belichick needs to go to the Seattle Seahawks.
Ravi, you took it out of my mouth. Yeah. Bill Belichick needs to go to Seattle.
Yeah.
Hey, man, that fan base is no joke. They are the 12th man for a freaking reason. It's the loudest crowd in the world, in my opinion. And, yeah, I can see Bill Belichick going there 1,000%.
Right?
I definitely can. Dude, I can see it.
If he doesn't go there.
But you know what I also can see?
Yeah.
You know what I also can see? I can also see Dan Quinn going back.
Yes, absolutely.
Also see Dan. And I'm gonna keep Dan Quinn's name up here, man.
Yeah.
I can see Dan Quinn going back. Remember, for those who don't know, he was a defensive coordinator for the Legion of Boom in Seattle. I can see him going there, dude.
I totally agree with you. That's a good one. I don't know why that didn't cross my mind, but that makes so much sense. Atlanta Falcons, that's kind of a tough one. I think if Bill Belichick doesn't go to Seattle, I think he's going to go to Atlanta. But just to pick something else, this one's a really tough one. I think Atlanta has a lot of great offensive pieces. There's a guy that is interviewing for the Washington Commanders job, Ray. It was breaking news just a little bit before this podcast started. I don't know if you've seen this or not. Well, I think the guy that should go to Atlanta should be Cliff Kingsbury. Kingsbury is the lead candidate for the Commanders job now, but I think Cliff Kingsbury in Atlanta with Bijan, with Kyle Pitts, with Drake London, Tyler Algier, I think that's going to be a great fit. I think that they need to go out and get Cliff Kingsbury right there.
Yeah, and dude, Cliff Kingsbury is a really good option. I'm gonna go Bill Belichick here.
Yeah,
I'm gonna go Bill Belichick, and hey, look, I'm gonna be honest here. This might sound pretty wild. Justin Fields, if the Bears don't want him, Justin Fields, Bijan Robinson, Bill Belichick.
Yeah,
I like that combination, Rob. I like it a lot.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I can agree with King's Cliffberry. Sorry, I always get his name wrong, but him or Bill Belichick.
Yeah,
I like Billy B here, dude, a lot because it's indoors.
Yeah.
It's less. It's not so harsh on his body in a sense too. But yeah, and plus it's a weak ass division. It's a pretty weak division, and I think with his brilliance and his excellence, dude, bro, they'd probably dominate.
They're winning that division every single year while he's there. Yeah,
I agree. I also can see Pete Carroll here too. I can also see him there too.
I was just going to mention his name because the Washington Commanders I think that Pete Carroll's a good fit over there. They need a quarterback. They really need a quarterback. Sam Howell threw a lot of yards, but he was just not the guy over there. That's also another team that's trying to win now. Josh Harris just bought the team from Dan Snyder. They bring in a GM from the NBA. I'm forgetting his name, Ray. The guy that's got all the credit.
Magic Johnson.
Yeah. Huh?
Right? Washington Commanders, they have Magic Johnson.
Their
He's a
GM.
co-owner.
Their GM.
GM. I'm sorry. He's Bob Myers.
Yeah.
Bob Myers.
The guy that took credit for putting Golden State together, the Splash Bros and everything. I think Pete Carroll's a really good fit over here. I think this is where Pete Carroll should go. If he decides to keep coaching, if he decides to not coach, I can see the Ravens defensive coordinator. I'm blanking on his name too. Maybe it's just probably just floating on the top of my head. What's the Ravens defensive coordinator's name?
Michael McDonald.
Yeah, I think he would be a good fit over here too.
Yeah, dude, I can definitely see that.
Yeah,
it's nuts, man. It's absolutely nuts. I gotta be honest with you. Look, man, the Washington Commanders. I think what they need Jim Harbaugh. They need Jim Harbaugh there. Look, man, they got a great opportunity to get the quarterback that they want. I understand if the Bears don't let go of Justin Fields and they decide to keep him, damn. Jim Harbaugh, Caleb Williams, sign me the fuck up, dude. I'm telling you, the Commander fan base should go nuts.
Yeah.
And all the Commanders, even if the little kids who are not even Commander fans, I guarantee you're going to see a lot of Commander jerseys, dude, because Jim Harbaugh and Caleb Williams will wreck the league for years to come. But once again, the Washington Commanders, don't fuck it up. You have an opportunity right here. Don't mess it up. And I'm sorry, Rob. I got to say this because I got a buddy who's a huge Carolina Panther fan at my job. Look, man, I'm excited to talk about your Panthers. Your organization is complete trash. That is facts. You have an opportunity of a lifetime. I mean, you can't get it. You can't even make this up, Robbie, sometimes, dude. Like, my God, you got the greatest head coach of all time waiting in the wings. You got Jim Harbaugh, who is he's like a LeBron James of coaching. He's just an all-around good guy. He's just all around, dude. He doesn't matter where you throw the guy at. He's just gonna succeed everywhere. You got the legend, you got the legend Pete Carroll, dude, right at your grass. Carolina. Those three guys. I'm not even going to mention the other dudes. Fuck the other guys, other coaches. Those three guys right there. Carolina, please listen to me. Don't fuck this up, man. Don't mess this shit up. You have an opportunity of a lifetime. You have an opportunity to get this fan base some juice, dude. The city of Carolina, I'm telling you, Ravi, is nowhere to be found. If I looked up a Carolina Panther fan in Carolina, bro, you won't see anybody. You won't see nobody. It's like tumbleweeds. It's like tumbleweeds everywhere in that city. This city needs something. I like the Panthers. I actually, dude, for people who don't know, I really enjoy the Panthers, dude. I like their uniforms. I like their colors. I like their fans. I like their stadium. I like a lot of the stuff about them, dude. But God damn it, dude, from the top of the top, from the bottom of the bottom, it's just fucking trash. And they need help. And right now you have an opportunity to get somebody to go into your organization and change that. And I think that those three legends can do it. But it's going to be a lot of this. A lot of this. And I'm telling you right now, for the city of Carolina, it will be worth your while. Ravi, I got to ask you, sir, what do you think?
I've been saving this guy for the last one. I tried to go different on every single one. I'm not sure if I did or not. I can't even remember who I picked anymore. But I think the Carolina Panthers, they need, they gave up so many picks to get Bryce Young. They traded away DJ Moore. They let go of Christian McCaffrey. They have a lot of rebuilding to do. They need someone with an offensive mindset also. I think someone like Ben Johnson makes a lot of sense over here. The Detroit Lions offensive coordinator, I think he's done a phenomenal job with Goff, a phenomenal job with David Montgomery and Jahmyr Gibbs splitting the ball, and his progression with Amon-Ra St. Brown, Sam Laporta. I think he's done a great job at that offensive line. I think he can really, really help the Carolina Panthers get back on track offensively, because in the last 2 games, Bryce Young scored a total of 0 points combined, and they really need some offensive help. I think Ben Johnson makes a lot of sense over here.
Yeah, I agree with that a lot, man. I definitely agree with that 1000%. And I think, if I'm not mistaken, I apologize. Who's their owner? Is it something?
Dave Pepper.
He got in some trouble. Yeah, he got in a lot of trouble from throwing some shit at some fan, right?
Yeah.
They need somebody like they just need somebody, dude, who is of the power of like a Bill Bell, a Pete Carroll, a Jim Harbaugh. Somebody's just gonna say, dude, Tepper, go throw your drinks somewhere else. I'll take care of this organization. Just sit the fuck down. I got this. That's what they need. They need somebody to go in there of like an authoritarian kind of state where they can just tell everybody, you're gonna listen to me, and that's that. And I think that those guys are geniuses, dude, and I think that they can do it.
Yeah, absolutely. A lot of head coaching moves, but Ray, we're still not done with football. Regular season is done, but the playoffs are here. I can't believe how quickly the playoffs are here, to be honest with you. We're just going to go through this real quick, Ray. I'll ask you. We'll start on the AFC side and move over to the NFC side afterwards. Let's just make our quick predictions right over here. We got Pittsburgh Steelers going to Buffalo. Do you think Pittsburgh will upset Buffalo?
No, I do not. I think the Buffalo Bills are going to win this football game.
I'm with you too. I think the Buffalo Bills might. Gabe Davis is out, but I still think they're going to dominate this game, to be honest with you. Next up, we got Kansas City. Tyreek Hill's revenge game coming to Arrowhead. I think it's going to be a snowy game over there in Arrowhead, Ray. I'm going to take Kansas City on this one still. I never believed in the Dolphins all season, and I'm not going to start now.
I'm going to say the Kansas City Chiefs as well. However, I will not be shocked. I will not be shocked if the Miami Dolphins come out and win this game. Devon, I'm going to get his name wrong. Devon Achane? Is that how you say his name?
Achane. Yeah.
That dude is a fucking star.
Yeah.
And if the Dolphins can listen to me for 1 second, just run the ball.
Yeah.
Run the ball. Don't throw it. Don't put it into his hands. That dude, don't put it in his hands no more. Just run the fucking ball. Because I'm telling you, dude, that kid is a star. He's a star in the making. He's already a superstar in my eyes, dude. He's a damn good running back. If I don't know if Mostert's playing, but I hope Mostert doesn't play, because I think this kid is really good, dude.
Yeah.
He tore up the Ravens defense like he was making, like it was nothing.
Yeah.
And I think in the cold weather, yeah, give me that kid all day long, dude, and give me this offense all day long. But I gotta go with Kansas City. Give me Kansas City, just cause, man. Man, my gut says Miami.
When it's playoff time, it's really hard to count out Kansas City, honestly.
Very difficult.
I'm right there with you. Before we move it on to the next one, do you think Kansas City will get it right on offense finally? Or do you think the offensive things are still going to struggle?
I still think they're going to struggle. That's why this game is so intriguing, because that's what everybody's going to want to see. Can these guys catch the fucking football? It's really what it is, Rob. Can these guys catch the ball? Can these guys gain separation? They can't, dude. They can't. Their best wide receiver is Brendan Rice. And you know who's going to be on Brendan Rice? Oh, is it Rashid Rice? I apologize. Rashid Rice?
Yeah.
Jalen Ramsey.
Mm-hmm.
The GOAT. Not the GOAT, but the best in the game, basically.
Yeah.
I'd say sauces, but he's up there, dude. Top 2, top 3, whatever you want to say. Man, damn. Here we go, Ravi, this game is gonna be a damn good football game. I can't wait. I have heard, I don't know if you have heard, that this game is streaming on Peacock.
Yeah, you have to
And
pay.
I gotta let everybody know, I don't have fucking Peacock. So if somebody wants to give me their Peacock account, I would be happy to watch the game. But I'm gonna have to be streaming this shit. I don't want to stream it because you know why I don't want to stream it? Because I'm gonna be 15 seconds behind everybody else. I don't want to be 15 seconds behind everybody else. I want to be live, and that sucks. So sorry for the rant.
No, I'm with you, and I think everybody's pissed about that. That's pretty much bullshit, honestly, that they're forcing you to pay for all this. But the game that I'm excited for is actually this one. It was destined to be Deshaun Watson's revenge game going to Houston. He's out for the year, but Joe Flacco, the Cleveland Browns quarterback, going into Houston. I got CJ Stroud in this game, Ray, to be very honest with you. I believe in CJ Stroud. I'm a CJ Stroud believer. I'm going to say the young rookie is going to get his first and only playoff win this season.
Hey, I'm with you, bro. I'm with you, Rob. I love me Flacco. You know me, dude. You know, dude, I even called Joe Flacco the GOAT. When Tom Brady, we all know he was the GOAT. Dude, you and I have gotten in so many freaking arguments and fights over Joe Flacco and Tom Brady. You have no idea, dude. And I've defended that guy so many times, but look, man, here's what I can't defend. I can't defend that this guy, I can't defend that Joe Flacco throws the ball. I'm sorry, that he has tremendous amount of turnovers in his game. Mm-hmm. I think he's had in three games, he's had like 8 turnovers, 8 interceptions or some shit like that. Yes, he's producing a lot of yards. Yes, he's producing touchdowns, but he's also turning the ball over. Yeah. And there's one thing that you can't do in the NFL, man, is that turn the ball over. You can't do that. That's a big no-no. So, and I got to throw out something out here, Ravi, about CJ Stroud. When this kid was coming out of college and he versed Georgia was, 3-time national champion. They were dominant. Or 2-time national champion. They were just dominating everybody. And when he went up against them and played the way he played, I just knew that kid was special. He lost that game. But did you know, Rob, that CJ Stroud has, as far as the quarterbacks go, I think he has the least turnovers?
5 interceptions. 5 interceptions.
Think about
that's a rookie.
5. Yes, sir. Robbie, how crazy is that, man?
It's insane.
Robbie, I haven't seen anything like this I don't even know. Can you think of a quarterback that was a rookie that threw 5 interceptions? Like, I can't even think of that, dude.
Manning threw what, like 28 in his rookie year?
Manning had 100. Manning had 100, dude.
Insane. And now this guy comes in and throws in just a handful, just 5 interceptions all season. That's nuts. And
Stroud is different.
Yeah.
CJ Stroud is different. And he is him. And I'm taking the Texans, dude. I like the Texans.
Yeah.
Give me Stroud.
Nice, man. We agreed on all of the AFC wins. Now let's see if we can agree on the NFC. The NFC, I think that's where the fun is in the NFC.
Oh, man.
I think the AFC is quite predictable how this weekend is possibly going to go. I think the NFC, all these games can go the other way. First up, Mike McCarthy revenge game. Green Bay Packers. You're already snoozing over here on me? Green Bay Packers.
A little bit. I'm pulling a Joe Flacco.
On the sidelines.
Pulling a Joe Flacco.
That was great. The Green Bay Packers against the Dallas Cowboys. The Dallas Cowboys do play different at home. I want to take Green Bay so badly, Ray. I want to take them so badly, but I'm going to go with Dallas getting their win over here.
This game with Dallas, the Dallas Cowboys, look, the Dallas Cowboys are going to win this football game. The only way the Dallas Cowboys don't win this football game is if the Dallas fucking Cowboys just lose it. They just lose this game. No one can beat Dallas right now in this game but Dallas.
Yeah.
Right? So if Dallas commits a lot of turnovers, fumbles, X, Y, and Z, they're going to lose the game. It's done. Do I believe that's going to happen? I don't. I really don't. I'm taking the Dallas Cowboys. I expect the Dallas Cowboys to go a long way. I expect them to go far. And I hope they do. I really do, man. It's time, Dallas. It is time. You want to be America's team? Here we go. Let's be America's team. It is time. This year, 2024. It's time, dude, to put the star up in the freaking sky, dude. It is time. Let's go, Dallas, man.
Hell yeah, man. Let's go, Dallas. I really want Green Bay to win this game still, though, but I think Dallas will win also.
Honestly, dude, I don't even want Green Bay to win this game. And like, I'll be honest with you, Rob, you know me, like, you know, and just not just me, everybody, dude. Everybody doesn't, you know, who's not a Dallas Cowboy fan, doesn't like Dallas or whatever. I want Dallas to verse two teams, the Lions and the 49ers. The only two teams I want them to verse. I hope they verse them back to back, because that's what I want to see. I want to get my popcorn ready, and I want to be glued to that screen. I want to maybe a gummy or two, and I want to watch this game, and I want to be locked in, because I'm telling you, dude, when you get the Dallas Cowboys and the Niners, or the Dallas Cowboys, and now with MCDC and what happened last time, ooh boy, dude, sign me up, dude. I can't wait. I'm excited.
Yeah. Is it a revenge game for Stafford, or is it a revenge game for Goff in this game now with the LA Rams taking on the Detroit Lions? Who's a revenge game for?
It is a revenge game for Goff.
What
it
about
is a revenge game for Goff.
Not for Stafford?
No. The reason why it's for Goff is because Goff had to be on, because Stafford, when he got traded, what did he win? He already won a Super Bowl.
Yeah.
What did Goff win? Nothing. He went to an organization. Yes, let's be honest. We all know that the Lions have struggled as an organization for many years.
Yeah.
But this year is different. This year is different, baby. MCDC, Goff, Gibbs, let's go Lions. I know Laporta's not playing. You know what? Who gives a shit if Laporta's playing or not? The freaking Lions, the Detroit Lions, stand up, dude. It is time to win. It is time, dude. Just like the Cowboys, dude. It is time. Enough with all this shit. It is time. It is time to win. It's time to put your foot down and step up and win this football game. I think that this right here between the Rams and the Detroit Lions, personally, I think that this game right here that we are going to see is going to be better than the Super Bowl.
Wow.
I'm not even joking with you, Ravi. This game is going to be game of the year. I expect this game to be in the 40s, dude. Wow. I expect this game to be wild. This game, dude, oh my God. This game is what I want to see. I'm going to take probably 5 gummies, and I'm going to be locked in. This football game. This game is going to be legit. What do you got? What do you think, Rob? I'm going for the Lions, baby. I'm rooting for the Lions, man. Give me Goff. Give me Goff. I trust in that guy. Let's go.
I am going for the Detroit Lions at MCDC, man. I love MCDC. Let's go, Detroit. I agree with you. It's their time. It is a revenge game for Goff more than it is a revenge game for Stafford right here. Goff, LA wanted Goff out. The Lions didn't want Stafford out. Stafford wanted out. That's why that trade happened. I think this revenge game is for Goff. I'm totally with you. If your team is not in the playoffs, like my team, the New England Patriots, you are going for the Detroit Lions all the way, because you love this story, going from 0-16, bouncing back, finally getting a coach with Dan Campbell who puts everything together. They need to win this game, and I really hope to see them in the Super Bowl, honestly. But yeah, I'm going for the Detroit Lions as well. Next up, though, the Philadelphia Eagles traveling to Tampa Bay. AJ Brown has deleted all Eagles related content from his social media effective this morning. I don't know what's going on in there. I am not liking it at all. I am going to take Tampa Bay Buccaneers and Baker Mayfield to win this game.
This is out of all the games that we have mentioned, this is the toughest game.
Yeah.
And is this game the primetime game? No, Goff's the one with the time. That should be primetime.
Yeah.
I think Dallas is first, right? And then it should go Eagles after?
I can't remember the schedule.
I apologize, ladies and gentlemen. I want to get this right because, man, dude, this could be a primetime game itself because of the dysfunction of the Eagles.
This is
like they're already
Monday night game.
Monday night. Do you know what time?
5 p.m. Pacific.
Wow. Yeah, this has to be a primetime game.
Yeah, it is.
I mean, because we are witnessing, dude, we are witnessing one of the most, like, we are witnessing an organization crumble before our eyes. It is absolutely unbelievable. I don't think, does everybody not forget that these guys were in the Super Bowl last year? The Eagles? Yes, they didn't freaking win it, but damn, dude. They were in the Super Bowl, and does everybody not remember that this team was 10-1? 10-1. What happened? What the fuck happened, dude?
Oh, no.
And I don't know who to blame. I don't know if it's the coaches. I don't know if it's the players. Ravi, can you fill me? Can you help me here? What happened with the Eagles?
I feel like the Eagles go through this transition so much. Head coach, so good, gets fired. Sucks. Head coach, so good, gets fired. And then it's this new cycle. It just keeps happening. You know, Doug Peterson won the Super Bowl with them, and the Eagles still let him go for Nick Sirianni. I got to ask you, Ray, I got to defer this question back to you because is Nick Sirianni's job on the line? Because what is going on? He cannot keep A.J. Brown together. Jalen Hurts is doing embarrassing drills to not fumble the ball in front of, all of his teammates and stuff like that. They're just crumbling, and you kind of have to point to the coaching staff, right?
I don't think Nick Sirianni should be fired, man. I don't. I think he's a good coach.
Yeah.
But damn, Ravi, I don't like the comments that Jalen Hurts is saying.
Yeah.
Some of the comments that he made after the game. I don't like it.
Yeah.
Kind of just saying like, oh, holding other guys like I don't know, man. He should hold himself accountable for what he's doing out there on the field. And he's kind of blaming it on other guys.
Yeah.
So look, man, I haven't seen it. Ravi, have you ever seen a team crumble like this before our eyes? I mean, I don't know if I'm trying to think of a team, dude. There's one team that comes to my mind. It's not football, but when LeBron James was his first year with the NBA, with his first year with the Miami Heat, and when they went to the finals against Dallas, the Mavericks with Dirk Nowitzki, they crumbled before our eyes.
Yeah.
This is kind of what's happening with the Eagles. It's unreal. I'm going to take the Bucks. I don't want to take the Bucks. I hate Baker Mayfield. I hate Baker Mayfield. I'll say it a million times. I don't like the guy. I don't think he's a good quarterback, but that guy's going to win. And you know what sucks the worst is that because the Bucks are going to win this game,
can I say
the fucking 49ers? I'll say it. Go ahead. Go for it. You go for it, man.
Because the Bucks are going to win this game, Baker Mayfield will have more playoff wins than Lamar Jackson. Is that what you were going to say?
Oh, no, I was actually, hey, that's brilliant. That is brilliant, sir. I was going to say that the next team that they play is an easy win for them. So they would play the 49ers, right? If
The
the Bucks
Bucks,
won, aren't they the lowest seed? No. Are they the
uh,
4th seed?
they're the 4th seed, so I don't think they'll play the Niners.
So
I think they would rather play Detroit or Dallas if they win.
so they would verse Detroit. Oh, because that's an easy win. And that's what I don't want to see. Especially in playoffs, dude. You know, there's some teams, man, it's like you're like, really? How did that team win? And then
Yeah,
they go to the division and then they get their ass kicked. That's
yeah.
what I see happening here. And I think we all know it. But with the
Mhm.
Eagles, I think we're holding hope that this team can like regroup and come back together and be that Super Bowl team that we saw where they were just killing everybody.
Yeah.
And for that reason, sir, I gotta go with Baker. They're not doing this. They're doing this, and I don't. I'm going with Baker, man. I think
Yeah.
they're gonna put a whooping on him. It's gonna be
Yeah.
bad. And you know
Absolutely.
what? I'm gonna say Sirianni is a good head coach, but you know what, Ravi? I think you're right. I think he's probably gonna get fired.
You think so? I don't think he
I do.
will. I mean, I didn't know if he will or not. I saw a little report. I don't know how real or fake it was, but I saw a report saying Nick Sirianni could be in the hot seat if they lose to the Bucks. And to be honest,
Yeah.
I think if the Eagles lose to the Bucks, that's pretty embarrassing. To be honest, I would say.
Yeah, dude. And I think we're gonna see a big time ass kicking.
Yeah.
Big time ass kicking. I'm gonna pull. I'm gonna go out here and pull a Mike Florio. When a Mike Florio said about the Ravens with the Niners and all that shit,
Yeah.
I'm gonna pull a Mike Florio and I'm gonna say we're gonna see a huge ass kicking.
Yeah.
The Buccaneers are gonna beat the living shit out of the Philadelphia Eagles.
Wow.
And I think Nick Sirianni is gonna get fired.
Wow.
Because of this game.
That's
Because of
nuts.
this ass kicking that they're about to receive.
Yeah.
And it's sad to say it, but someone's got to say it, and I think I'm gonna say it.
Yeah. Before we end
I
it
want
off,
the Eagles to win.
you do?
I do personally. I want them to win. Inside, deep down, yeah, I want them to win. I
What-
want
what-
the Eagles to win because I want the Eagles to verse the Niners again, or I want them to verse the Cowboys. I want that matchup, man. That's popcorn. That's what I want to see as a fan. I don't want to see the Bucks go against Dallas or the Bucks go against the Lions or the Bucks go against the Niners. I don't want to see that because we all know they're going to lose. But it's entertaining with the Eagles because the Eagles have so many personalities. They got AJ Brown, they got Jalen Hurts, they got X, Y, and Z, Kelsey. They got them all, dude, and we love that, man. That's what we love about football. With the Bucks, I just don't see them going far, dude.
Yeah.
After this game.
I think I'm right there with you. Before we end it off over here, Ray, which game out of the 6 that there was going to be in this wild card weekend are you most excited for?
Personally, I am so it's tough. Can I say 2 games?
Yeah.
Kansas City, Miami. I'm so excited for that game.
Yeah.
Once again, if anybody has their Peacock account that I can borrow, let me know. I'd love to take it because I'm not buying it. I'm not buying that shit. Second game I'm really interested is tomorrow's morning game or tomorrow's mid game. Texans, Cleveland. I'm very, very excited about that football game. It's the best game of them all. I know I said 2, but I'm sorry, it just clicked on me. The fucking Rams and the Detroit Lions, baby.
Yeah.
Give me 10 gummies and I'm watching that game. Because I'm telling you, dude. Because I'm telling you, that is the game of the mother effing year.
Yeah.
Mark my words, sir.
Yeah. We went from 2 gummies to 5 gummies to 10 gummies. You just keep on climbing, don't we?
I keep on climbing until I'm in the Omniverse.
Omniverse it is, man. And Omniverse is what the Philadelphia Eagles will see, because I'm really excited also for the Bucks and the Eagles game, because I know it probably will be kind of a boring game, but I just love the story behind it. Because if the Eagles lose this game, imagine all the media outlets going crazy what's going on in Philly. If Philly comes in and dominates and wins this game, imagine all the media outlets after this game saying Philly is back now.
Yeah,
That's another game I'm just extremely excited for, just for the story alone.
Ravi, I apologize, man. I said 3 other football teams. I said like 3. I knew you said 1. Like, I gotta ask you, man, is there any other team that you're really intrigued about that you're like, "Oh my god," on the edge of your seat for?
I'm really excited for. Of course, you got to put Detroit and LA Rams on there. I'm really excited to
Yeah.
see that football game, and I am going to be. I don't have nothing against the Rams, but I'm just really love Jared Goff now, and I always love the Detroit Lions, just because you always want to see the Cinderella story. Going from 0-16 to this, I would love to see Jared Goff and the Lions win this game. I'm really excited for that. Would
I
probably be the second game I'm really excited for. But it's so hard
and
to
before
rank.
it's very difficult. Sorry, sir, go ahead.
No, that's all I was gonna say. I was like, it's so hard to rank them because all these games, like, you're just on the edge of your seat for it. Like, if you were, and Vince McMahon could not have written a better script than this wild card weekend. Honestly,
He couldn't have.
no.
He absolutely couldn't have, man.
Yeah.
And I gotta ask you before we go, Rob, in your gut, you really think the Lions are gonna win? In your gut. I'm saying this is the game of the year, Rob. But I could see the freaking Rams winning.
Yeah,
I could see it. I could see Stafford going in there and flipping everybody off and saying, "This is why I left." I don't want that to happen,
Yeah,
but I could see it, dude. I could
yeah,
freaking see it. What do you think, Rob?
yeah, dude. Talk about a team that's getting right at the right time, getting healthy at the right time. I could totally see it, man, with the emergence of Puka Nakua, Kyron Williams
Yeah.
being back from injury. Like, this is a really dangerous LA Rams team, honestly, that could give, I would say, I would say actually every single team a run for their money in every single game.
Yeah, I agree with you at 100% of the way. And look, I would just like to once again thank everybody for watching. Robbie, I love you, man. This is amazing podcast. I had a time of my life, and as always, dude. And hey, you guys, peace, peace, peace.